All right. I need to do a speed painting. Let's do it. So, speed painting, speed advice. I uh I run into this thing a lot where people ask me like what should I study, how should I study, etc., etc. And I probably will do a long form video just about that alone. But one of the things that I always try to tell people and make it very clear is that training and studying are professional skills, meaning that if you aren't training and practicing and getting those skills up to snuff, then you're not really becoming a professional. You know, if you think that all you got to do is just keep making slam dunks and that will be enough for you to become an incredible artist overnight, then yeah, you're going to have a hard time making it happen. I'll always like to think about like people like Stephen Curry, who's an incredible basketball player, but more notably, one of the better 3-point shooters that has ever lived. There's like tons of videos of him like just shooting from halfway, like the half court, and making it like effortlessly, consistently. But then if you ever go watch him train, like if you go pay attention to his training regimen, he practices so much that like it's very obvious why he's so good, like why he's the GOAT. He practices dribbling, he practices his shots constantly. There's a video of him that I love where he's just like walking, he's just kind of chilling, just like living his best life, dribbling the ball. I think this is like during some downtime. And he's just dribbling the ball. And then he notices as he's walking, because the ball kind of like doesn't come all the way up, he notices that there's something up. And instead of thinking, oh, maybe my ball handling is like not good today, like I maybe slipped or I didn't dribble effectively, or, you know, the laundry list of stuff that most people will probably be like, yeah, it's probably me, like user error. He was like, no, there's something wrong with the basketball court. Definitely not me. And I was like, what? And he bounces the ball on different parts of the ground and then bounces it on another part. And then he bounces it on the part where he thinks there's a bit of a problem. And sure enough, the ball like duds. And he does it again. And sure enough, it does again. And he's pretty convinced. He's like, hey, this floor is not up to code. But he's so confident in his dribbling that he knew it couldn't have been him. It had to be something else. And I love that because it demonstrates how how crazy good he was at basketball, that he knew it wasn't him. And I think when it comes to art, like you want to be able to eliminate as many stuff so you can kind of be like, it couldn't be me, you know, it has to be something else that I'm doing wrong. Like as I start to do more and more art and I run into certain challenges, I have a good radar these days to catch something that I think is problematic with my work. It becomes more obvious to me. It's like, oh, maybe I need to work on my values, or oh, I need to like practice my anatomy, oh, my design sensibilities, or oh, my brush, my brush work could be improved. It's a lot easier for me to spot kind of the shortcomings in my own work a lot more frequently. And again, this is because practicing and training is a professional skill. You're constantly evolving and adapting to your new weaknesses constantly, or old weaknesses revealed through new work, new training regimens. And it just takes time. I think the lack of patience tends to get people. People tend to find themselves like not great already. And so then they kind of throw everything out the window. And it's just a shame. It's just give it some time. Again, I call this the great tragedy a lot of the times, because people, if they only knew that they just got to stick with it for X amount of years, months, days, whatever, that they'll accomplish quite a lot of skill. It doesn't take nearly as long as one might think, and it will happen when you least expect it. But even when that happens, even the day that you become an incredibly skilled artist, there's a good chance that you'll still need to train. There's always going to be new tools. There's always going to be new types of like incredible art out there that you want to kind of be able to stand toe to toe to, you know? Be able to shoot those 3-pointers from half court. I always look at kind of the quality of my work these days and recognize that a lot of it is now, what's going on here? Okay. I only have 2 minutes. Okay. I need to start moving quicker. A lot of what I do these days, I was able to kind of do years ago, but I'm just so much faster now. So it's just like I've sped up my already established style remarkably. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. All I'm doing as we speak, specifically here, is to try to be even faster. One thing that I realize I have to be doing more of now that I've been kind of doing these consistent paintings every single day is more studies myself. So be prepared for the day where that happens. All right, hold on. Need to lock in. Let's cut this guy out. Let's use this brush. 43 seconds. Play. Yeah, for me, and it's like, okay, how fast can I get now? Can I go even faster? Can I get this stuff done in less than 5 minutes? And I think that's like my ultimate goal is to be able to do some pretty high quality artwork in roughly about 5 minutes. And I think that will allow me to do so much more with my work because of how fast I'm able to kind of accomplish these types of works. What I'm not going to try to do, though, I didn't get it in time. It's all right. Let's hit play again and see how much more time I spent. I'm not trying to like do only 8-minute paintings forever. I actually will probably still spend 2, 3, 4 hours on an individual painting if I have to, and more. I do it for work all the time. But what I'm trying to do is just like my own personal goal. There's really no meaningful agenda here. Like nobody's telling me that I ought to be doing it this fast. There's no external factors either. One might think maybe like AI might be driving me to do this, but no, I have no fear of AI as it stands. My buddy sends me videos about the current state of why we should be mad at AI people and AI art. I already know what I don't like about it, and I'm already convinced it's run its course. I actually am not convinced it's going to make these incredible moves that people are assuming that it's going to do. I'm just not convinced of it. I haven't seen any real evidence that it's going to be a significant shift to an industry I already am quite embedded in. I am convinced that there will probably be some sort of copycat with some ethical connective tissue, and that might be more popular in the future. I am not perfectly sure what that could look like. Ooh, I like how that works. Man, it's almost 10 minutes. It's worth it though. I approached this differently to see if it would make me move faster. And in some ways it did. In other ways it didn't. But that's why I did it, just to test it out. Um, but kind of getting back to the point I was making ultimately, I want to talk about AI really, is, you just gotta always be training. And like I said, AI doesn't really is not the driving force of why I do this. I train because I like to do stuff. I like to get good at things. And I'm beginning to kind of try to figure out who I am as an artist these days. I already know kind of the person I was years ago and kind of work that I made, not too long ago. But now I'm trying to do this new thing. Oh, yeah, my wife just came to give me a hug. That's why I stopped talking for a second. But I'm on this new path, and along with any kind of new path, I always try to find a new goal to try to achieve. In the past, it used to be something as simple as get good, which was really, really simple. But I've gotten pretty good at this thing called art. I've seen myself accomplish quite a lot um, in such a short amount of time. Now I'm like, okay, well, what else is there? What else can I try to really improve upon in the coming days, the coming years, even? Yeah, and right now this is kind of where I'm at. I'm like, yeah, I just want to get really fast. I want to kind of create my own projects and just kind of see where this takes me. Because there's a lot of things that speed gives me too. It allows me to be a working individual, but then also have time to make my own personal work, even if it's these types of interesting speed paintings. You know? Yeah, I like how this is turning out. I'm trying to find a way to make this look more of like the back. I think if I just do this kind of, just commit to this, because it still looks like a front to me. I just need to give them more lats, I think. Push out the back here a little bit more. I think that's the way. Yeah. It was kind of like a poofy jacket idea, but then as I started to render it, I'm like, I'm not sure I like the poofy jacket idea. Oh, I think I also need to maybe make this more rounded on the bottom. Yeah, let's do this. I think I'm about to run out of time again. 2 8-minute sessions. It's all right. I don't consider this a failure because I feel like I did quite a bit of learning of this project that I'm doing right in front of y'all. I like it a lot. We'll see if others feel the same way about it. But I really learned quite a bit actually doing this. I'm actually very happy about it. Makes me want to do another study. But get this video done and then I'm gonna do some work. But yeah, I just got done working out. I created like a little schedule for myself to allow me to have a little bit more control over my day to day. Because I do a lot of stuff. So yeah, tomorrow, see how it goes. Got a lot of things going on, but it should be okay. Should be cozy little day, but we'll see. Okay, let's do something like this. Cool. I think I'm going to be call it. But yeah, just before I let you guys go, again, remember one of the things that must be respected on this journey of trying to become a professional is that training and practicing is quite literally one of the most important things you can do to become a professional and stay a professional. I highly recommend it. And like I said, I'll probably put together a more long form video really describing this. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. About 16 minutes speed painting. I'm okay with that. think this is fine for now. It was a fun little exercise. Learned a lot from it. I was trying to do back view, but now it makes me realize I need to look at back views of poofy jackets to have a better understanding of what the hell to do here. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Poofy jacket back. Let's see if I can get. Oh yeah, these aren't any help. I guess this one is that I'm looking at, but I like the wrinkles. Actually, maybe I should, next study I should do is another back view, but this time I will use reference aggressively. Anyhow, training, dude. Sometimes not every one of them has to be a home run, you know? All right, 2 8-minute sessions, 16-minute speed painting. I'm into it. Let's do it. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers, friends.